I've been this week for you guys. Coach mentioned that you guys are in good spirit. For you, you guys when you were here last time.
Yep.
How was the difference between that time and now?
Obviously, we got here a little bit earlier in the week, but I would say it's actually been a big difference. We really got to see a lot more London. Obviously, at this awesome facility is pretty cool. So we got to see the weight room and everything, and we got to see the real football over here. So it's been nice to kind of early in the week kind of get to see London, later in the week focus on football. So it's been a really good mix of the two, to where I think whether you come on Monday or Friday, the guys want to see London. So it's better, I think, to get it out of the way early.
Compared to like 2017, as far as just your feeling and sleep wise, and do you feel like you're way more adjusted now than 6 years ago at this time?
Yeah, I was. That was my rookie season, so everything was pretty exciting for me. But I think for most of the guys, early in the week, everyone was like, "Man, the flight." But now everyone's waking up pretty normal now. So I would say for the team, and everyone feels a little bit just better sleep wise adjusted.
Do you have a specific strategy to deal with the jet lag?
I did We've had a lot of different options for us. So last night we had I guess a breath work sleep thing. It was on Zoom, and then you kind of just fell asleep. So that worked pretty well. There's been a lot of different things with our nutritionists and different planning to kind of, if you still have jet lag, I think it's just about all done with now. But it was kind of recommended plans for what you should do, and I think most of the guys kind of abided by it.
With the nature of your two losses and also with the 2017 game in mind, how important is it for you to make a statement on Sunday?
Yeah, it's big. Every time I tell the London story, it's always ended with bad. So that's been the biggest thing. You come all the way this far. Got some fans that might have never seen the game before. So many exciting things going on, and it's all cool. But the biggest thing for us is you want to win. I think it sucks to come this far in front of great fans and then lose. So I know for me, I'm like the old guy. So a lot of guys weren't on the team in 2017, but me and the guys that we're just like, let's just win this one, and that flight home would be a lot more fun.
You spoke about fans there, but what are you anticipating from the crowd, obviously, this weekend's match?
I anticipate a lot of different jerseys. I think that's what I remember from last year. Talking to some guys, I think maybe Tuesday, he said Odell inspired him to go to a field and try football out for one day from that one-handed catch. So I think it'll be pretty exciting. I'm not sure who will know what's going on and different things, but I'm really excited to play in front of them. I think anytime you can bring American football to another country, it's really exciting, and I know the game is starting to grow a little more. So hopefully we get a lot of Ravens fans by our performance Sunday.
Marlon, you came back just last week. Obviously, you only had a couple of practices. Just curious where you feel like you're at in terms of where you want to be or expect to be, physically and all those things.
Yeah, I think I'm still I'm working to get to where I want to be. Obviously, it was weird. It seems like, man, it was a lot just not being able to play for a while. So I think they know me pretty well. They knew as soon as I could practice, I was going to try to play. So I'm getting there. It's a work in progress, but we've been doing a pretty good pitch count, how many plays I getting back into the groove of things, and I think it's working pretty well. So as the weeks go on, I think it'll just get better and better, get used to how I feel, different things. But once you get out there, you just got to put everything to the side and just play.
Marlon, you've been teammates with Roquan for, I guess, close to a year now. I'm sure you've kind of thought about communication, with your podcasting work, with you attending the broadcasting school that the NFL does. What kind of sticks out to you about Roquan and just kind of his ability to communicate and connect with people?
I think Roquan's probably, out of all the guys I've ever been around, he's probably one of the best communicators of them all, whether it's on the field but off the field as well. I think it didn't take him long to know everybody in the building's name really quick, and he has a unique ability to be able to, critique without, guys feeling attacked, and I think that's really key when it comes to a leader. There's a lot of tough conversations you got to have, but it takes a really top dog leader to be able to do that. So that's something I hadn't seen in the really since Terrell Suggs left on this team, as far as a guy that can grab whoever, tell them, hey, let's get this right. Even today, I went to say something to a rookie. I was like, yo, Ro, blah, 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 blah. And basically, it's kind of like our defense runs through Ro, and so he leads us really well.
On Sunday, of course, at a soccer stadium with Justin Tucker, I guess perhaps fitting that he'll get to play in such an arena. Just how special is he to this team?
Yeah, he's legit. We were talking about could the footballers kick like him, and he was like, it would take some time, but he thinks they could do it. But he's as funny as it gets. If there was a mic in our team meetings, I think everyone would get a good laugh. He's always got his jokes. He does a thing every week with a certain joke, so he keeps everybody laughing. If you ever ask him about kicking field goals, he'll tell you a story. An answer so long you'll kind of lose interest because there's so much that goes into his thought process. But that's a great teammate to have. Obviously, one of the best kickers in the league. So anytime he kind of goes out there, we kind of think the job's already done. But a great teammate to have.
And do you come away from this week as a Tottenham Hotspur fan?
Yeah, I am. I got to watch more soccer now. So I feel like since I've been here, this has got to be my squad, and I will be watching more football in the future. So excited for that.
Marlon, how do you evaluate how Brandon Stevens has played? I think you guys have talked about him, and John Harbaugh has talked about how he practices and what kind of player he is for a couple of years now. But on a consistent basis, I don't know that anyone else has seen it like he's played. How do you think he's done?
Yeah, so when I was watching the first 4 games, I really, even until now, I feel like Brandon Stevens is playing at a Pro Bowl level. I think, for the years in the past, we all knew kind of the ability he had, and it was showing in practice, but wasn't always showing in the games. And I think this year he's really kind of taken off and just kind of, to some it might be a surprise, but to the people internally, he was always coached in that fashion. He was always talked about in high regards. So it's really good to kind of see that showing up on the field day in and day out. And so that's, as I was like, for the first 4 weeks now playing, I'm just like, I'm almost felt like I was a coach/fan on the sideline. And I'm just like, and Brandon Stevens is playing like really high level football. And I think that's just a testament to just continuing to work, even when the results don't always show up on the field. If you continue to work, it'll eventually show up.
We do 2 more guys.
I know your pec injury a couple of years back was season-ending. Not all pec injuries are the same, but I guess what have you kind of learned about Marcus Williams and just kind of what he's going through right now in playing with the harness, but kind of working his way back to the kind of level that you guys expected?
Yeah, that's a weird question because with Marcus, AD, D-Whirl, I kind of started thinking I'm like a baby. I'm like, these guys are like playing through this. I'm like, I tore mine. I was like, I'm not going back in the game. So, man, it's obviously, you see him working out all the time. He's obviously something really tough to play with, being a safety. But I think, as kind of similar to me, as the weeks go on, he'll just get better and better with dealing with something that severe, but being able to play with it. So I know it's really tough on him, but he doesn't really complain, just kind of goes about his work.
All right. Thanks, Mark.